students, so welcome to our next session. We are starting with multiple choice questions on strength of materials, specifically unit 1, which is simple stresses and strains. Okay, so let us start with these questions and also a little bit explanation on each multiple choice question. Length per unit original length is known as, uh, you need not go or see any option here. Answer is strain. Okay, answer is strain. Change in length upon original length, that is linear strain. The property of a material to get ruptured without significant deformation on applying external load is known as, let's see, try to imagine in which material this will happen. The property of a material to get ruptured without any significant deformation. If any material does not undergo any deformation after applying any load, it means that material is not behaving elastically. It is not undergoing any deformation, but it is failing or it is breaking. Okay, rupturing is taking place. It means it has to be a brittle material, not elastic material. So elasticity, definitely not. Okay, this is not the correct answer. Plasticity, no. Ductility, no. Brittleness, yes. So mostly brittle materials will behave like this. Practically the example of a brittle material in civil engineering field is concrete. Okay, so concrete materials are prone to getting ruptured under external load. There will be hardly any deformation. It will be only in millimeters. Next question. The property of a material to absorb energy within elastic limit is known as elasticity, plasticity, ductility, resilience. So the correct answer is resilience. Okay. Energy within elastic limit. It means area under that curve. The property of a material to remain in its deformed state even after removing external load is known as toughness, plasticity, stiffness, hardness. So answer B is correct, plasticity, because if you see the stress strain curve, there is one limit for that curve to remain linear. After yielding point, it does not remain linear, it becomes parabolic. Approximately it becomes parabolic. What happens actually when there is load beyond elastic limit? The material loses its elasticity. It means after removal of the external loading, material does not regain its original shape and size. Okay, material does not regain its original shape and size. Hence, it will be going into plastic region. Material will behave as a plastic material. It will not be anymore called an elastic material. It will lose its elasticity completely. Hence, the answer is plasticity. A wire of ductile material is able to regain its original length till breaking limit, no. Elastic limit, yield stress is reached, ultimate stress is reached. So sometimes these options are confusing, but you stick to elastic limit. Again, you uh, try to remember the basic concept. If a material regains its original shape and size, it will be called elastic material. simple answer or simple logic. So up to elastic limit, ductile material is able to regain original length. Next, ratio of ultimate load to working load is known as margin of safety, factor of safety, modulus of elasticity, none of the above. So its answer is straightforward and simple. Option B is correct, factor of safety. Many times this factor of safety value is given to us in the problem statement and some questions are asked. So the ratio of ultimate load to working load is factor of safety. Next, ratio of normal stress to normal strain is known as modulus of elasticity, modulus of rigidity, bulk modulus, Poisson's ratio. Again, this is very simple question. The ratio of stress to strain is asked, which is nothing but option A, modulus of elasticity. Next question, the ratio of shear stress to shear strain is known as. Now, when shear stress and shear strain things come, we tend to forget what are these ratios known as. Definitely not modulus of elasticity, even if it is stress to strain, because it is not normal stress. Okay, so one of the options will be option B, modulus of rigidity. So rigidity is related to shear stress and shear strain. Next, ratio of volumetric stress to volumetric strain. Again, remember modulus of elasticity will not be the option. Rigidity will also not be the option. So it will be either bulk modulus or Poisson's ratio. So option C is correct, bulk modulus. Okay, change in volumetric dimensions upon original volume or volumetric stress to volumetric strain. It is usually bulk modulus. And then lateral strain to linear strain. Please remember here in this ratio, numerator is also strain value and uh, denominator is also strain value. Okay, so one is lateral strain, another is linear strain. Its ratio is known as Poisson's ratio.